How big a sandwich can you fit in your mouth? And welcome back to Cliffieland. This is Week in Country number 186 on our second attempt of cooking the food of every single country in the world. Tonight, we're up to the nation of Uruguay. Uruguay, located in South America on the banks of the Rio de la Plata, is on the eastern coast of South America, is bordered by Argentina on one side across the river and on Brazil on the other. And it has a fascinating history which is reflected in its food, which, for those very reasons, is a very interesting combination of mostly, though not entirely, European influences. There are influences of the Spanish, the Portuguese, the French, very much of the Italians, and then even of the German as well. It's really interesting. Look up the history. It'll be worth your time. In terms of the cuisine, you're going to find a lot of dishes that are very much like their European originators. You're going to find lots of grilled meats, asados, which is very much like the dishes you're going to find in Argentina and Brazil. I mean, lots of meat. There's Milanese, which is like an Italian version of that, and there's always gnocchi day, which is something I tried back when I cooked Italy and failed very badly. And that is on the 29th of every month in Uruguay is gnocchi day. Along the coast, you'll find lots of dishes involving fish and a couple favorites that we tried last time. So let's see how things went when we did this whole thing 5 years ago. Well, last time around on the Global Cooking Challenge, I got to cook and stream across 3 nights, and on the first night, I made a snapper crudo, which was very nice and very raw, and I served that with a salad of melocotón, or peaches, which was very nice. I have been told that maybe that's not the most authentic Uruguayan combination of things, but it was really good. But we're not doing that tonight. On the second night, I tried making a grilled sweetbread with a crab toast, and I made that aforementioned gnocchi because it was gnocchi day. Insofar as the sweetbreads, I love sweetbreads, but what I bought wasn't sweetbreads, and ergo that was a total disaster. But we're not going to try that one this time, because what we are doing this time is what we did on the third night, which was not only recommended by a friend of mine who has a particular fixation on Uruguay, but an actual Uruguayan, hi there, who watched the replay of the live stream of this from long ago and suggested I do this very dish. So we're making Chivito, which is a big old steak sandwich, and we're serving that with not traditional French fries, which is what you would normally have, but rather a potato salad, which I understand is Uruguayan from its recipe creator. I suspect that probably has to do with that Germanic influence that you're going to find in some of the dishes of Uruguay. That came out really well, so now we need to see what go into tonight's 2 dishes. First, for the potato salad, we'll need 3 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt plus more to taste, 2.5 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, or roughly 1 lemon, 1 small red onion thinly sliced, soaked in ice water for 10 minutes and drained, half a cup of canola oil, a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1 egg yolk, 2 tablespoons of marjoram leaves, in this case we're using dried ground here, and a 1/4 teaspoon of sweet paprika. And then for our Uruguayan steak sandwich or chivito, we'll need 1 tablespoon of canola oil, 1/4 inch boneless strip loin steak, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 milk bun, or in this case Kaiser roll, that would be per sandwich, 2 slices of bacon cooked, 1 1-ounce slice of fresh mozzarella, again this seems to be per sandwich, 1 hard-boiled egg, cooked, peeled, and sliced, and 2 to 3 pickled hot peppers, plus lettuce to serve and tomato to serve. So now we need to get cooking. Boil the potatoes in a 6-quart saucepan of salted water. Reduce the heat to medium-high, simmer until the potatoes are tender, about 25 minutes. Drain the potatoes and transfer them to a bowl. When cool enough to handle, peel the potatoes and coarsely mash them. Meanwhile, in a separate bowl, toss the 2 teaspoons of salt, the lemon juice, and the onion, and set it aside. Then in another bowl, place the olive oil, canola oil, and the egg yolk, and whisk until combined. Add this mixture to the potatoes and toss it to combine. If you're serving this family style, you would transfer the potatoes to a serving platter, and to serve, you top with the reserved onions and sprinkle with marjoram and paprika. Heat your oven broiler. Heat your oil in a 12-inch skillet placed over a medium-high heat. Season the steak with salt and pepper and cook, flipping once, until browned and cooked through, about 3 to 4 minutes. Then spread the mayonnaise on the insides of a sliced milk bun or Kaiser roll and broil until lightly toasted, about 1 to 2 minutes. Then place the bacon and fresh mozzarella over one half of the roll and broil that until the cheese is melted, about 1 minute. Add the reserved steak and top with egg, pickled peppers, lettuce, and tomato. Traditionally, this would be served with French fries if you like. How'd that all go? Well, it takes two hands to handle a Chivito, apparently, because those things are big. It was really good. It was super, super delicious. It did have the same problem that any steak sandwich that I've ever eaten in my entire life has, which it is messy. You bite the steak and it kind of comes out and it's all, But still, it was worth the trouble. It was worth the mess because it was super delicious. And let me tell you, that magic trick of putting the mayonnaise on the bread before you toast it is a dark magic which everyone needs to learn, because it makes it so much better. Whatever sandwich you're making, try that out. You'll thank me later. Or thank the Uruguayans, actually. So that one obviously gets 5 out of 5 globes. As for that potato salad, it was really good. As you may have noticed, I did not have the time to peel the potatoes because they were still hot, and I've had plenty of potato salads and mashed potatoes with peel on, so, I don't care. Still, it was very tasty. It was nice. There was nothing really spectacular about the potato salad by itself, but with those pickled onions, that really made it sing, and then adding that marjoram and paprika on top really was a must, because that's what tied the whole thing together. So if you do it, make sure you don't skip those 2 steps. That one gets 4 out of 5 globes. That does it for this stint here in Uruguay. It's our second to last country in South America, and the second to last of the U countries, because next week we travel way back to Central Asia to have the food of the last stand, which is Uzbekistan. See ya then. These are not my original recipes. Links to the original recipes and their authors can be found in the About section. If you have any thoughtful feelings or helpful suggestions about what I'm doing, feel free to sound off in the comments here. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when these videos are posted, and of course you can always follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Thanks for coming by. See you next time. Happy eating.